What's up, guys? It's your brother, Rich here again. Welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I'm back with another Fast and Furious car video for you all. Today, I'm taking a bit of a break from doing muscle cars. I only got a little bit left for the Camaro, anyways. Well, a bit more than that, but I'll get it done as much as I can as possible. But for now, I'm gonna take a bit of a break from doing muscle cars. And I'm gonna go back to some tuner cars now. So today I'm back with another excuse me. Sorry about that. Today I'm back with another Fast and Furious car video for you all. Today in this video I'm still sticking with Too Fast Too Furious. Getting quite close to the end of Too Fast Too Furious actually. Got a little bit left, but I'll get it done as much as I can as possible. So today I'll be talking to you all about another car from the movie. And this one was part of the scramble scene. So if you've seen the scene where all the cars, after Brian and A.K.A in the Evo, and Roman and Roberto in the Eclipse, both entered the garage and like the warehouse. You see like the Dodge Ram, like the Ram trucks going through the doors and crushing the cop cars from the Miami PD. And the door is open again, revealing hundreds of thousands, like, not hundreds of thousands, but, like, hundreds of cars, well, hundreds of tuner cars, like, rampaging, like, charging out of the garage doors. And you've seen some of the cars that are from the first race, such as, like, Orange Julius's RX-7, which thankfully survived. Then, you see Slapjack's Supra, and there was Slapjack also in the Supra. So it made its appearance back into the movie. It was okay, its Supra was alright, it was completely fixed up. And if you see the two girls who drove Suki's S2000, those are her friends from the race, actually. So, and you're wondering how. Suki was driving Roman's Eclipse, and then Tej, who organized the race, he drove Brian's Evo. So, and you see a bunch of cars, and among those was the MR2. So that's the car I'm talking about, the 2000 Toyota MR2 Spyder. So, before I get started, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get cracking. So the 2000 Toyota MR2 Spyder from Too Fast Too Furious 2003. Here we go. So the MR2 Spyder, A.K.A. the MRS in some markets, was a compact, hold on, sorry. The MR2 Spyder is a car that only appears in Too Fast Too Furious 2003. Overviews next, so let's do it. So both manufacture and make was obviously by Toyota. The make was obviously an MR2. Yeah, the make was obviously an MR2. Say MR2. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Say the make was obviously Toyota. What? Say overviews next. Let's do it. So, say 2000 Toyota MR2 Spyder from Too Fast Too Furious 2003. Here we go. So the 2000 MR2 Spyder is a car that only appears in Too Fast Too Furious 2003. All reviews next, so let's do it. So, both manufacturer and make was obviously by Toyota. The model's an MR2. Production years from 2000. Production years from 2000. Model status is discontinued. Body and chassis next. The class was a two-door convertible. They even do it in a hardtop as well. possibly. In real life, I'm not too sure. I think they do in a hardtop as well. They also do it in a convertible, so that's pretty cool. So the class was a two-door convertible. Character info is next. Driver, unknown. We got no clue who drove the car. Don't have to know at all. But we do know it was from the films was from Too Fast, Too Furious 2003. So that's the one thing we know about this car. So it's pretty cool. So, so, um, the MR2 Spyder is a car that only appears in Too Fast, Too Furious 2003. Next is specifications. The MR2 Spyder, aka the MRS, aka the excuse me, aka the MRS, in some markets was a compact mid-engine. So was a compact. So a compact mid-engine rear-wheel drive sports car. So compact mid-engine rear-wheel drive sports car, produced by Toyota from 1999 to 2007. So for 8 years, it was in development for that time period. So from 1999 to 2007. Here are the specifications from the final the last generation of the MR2 Spyder. So starting off with the first one is the engine. So it had a 1ZZ-FE, so it was a 1.8 liter inline 4, making around 138 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque. Not bad for a lightweight sports car like that. As for the gearbox, the car had a 5-speed manual or an optional 6-speed sequential manual known as a SMT. In some markets, they also offer it with a 5-speed automatic, but as it's a proper sports car, just go with a manual. It's just much better. Like with automatics, it just doesn't cut it. It just doesn't cut the ice for this. Next is performance. 0 to 60 was dealt with 0 to 60 was dealt with in 7.5 seconds, almost to a top speed of approximately 130 miles an hour. Not bad. It was pretty fast for not. It was pretty fast for a sports car from the 2000s. Pretty fast. That's like faster than like any other like car before that. It's faster than like I don't know some muscle cars probably. Even with the big like V8s and all that kind of stuff, they struggle to get producing more power because of this pathetic U.S. regulations and restriction shit. So there's restriction shit. Apologies for my language. It's just, this is true. But in the past, in the U.S., they were like gaming cars with so huge engines, such little power because of like the restrictions they had. Just forget about the restrictions and all that. Just give the cars with big engines a lot of power. That's the whole point of big engines. Well, sometimes it's not though, but other times it could be. Anyway, so the engine was a 1.8 liter, 1ZZ. So 1.8 liter, so 1.8 liter, 1ZZ dash. So it was a 1.8 liter, 1.8 liter, 1ZZ dash FE with about 138, well, 140 horsepower and 125, 100 and 125 and 125 pound-feet of torque. Makes the same power as Brian's Eclipse from the first movie. So 138 horsepower and 125 125 pound-feet of torque. Transmissions, got 5-speed manual or optional 6-speed sequential manual, known as an SMT. In some markets, they also offer it with a 5-speed automatic. Performance is next. 0 to 60 was 0 to 60 was dealt with in around 7.5 seconds for the manual. Top speed was 130 miles an hour. Pretty fast for a sports car like that at its time period. Dimensions is next. Length was around 3800, so 3886 millimeters. So 3886 millimeters, approximately dead on at 153 inches. Width was 1694 millimeters, around 66.7 inches. That was width. Height, dead on approximately 1240 kilos, not kilos, sorry, 1240 millimeters. Sorry about that. So, height was around 12, dead on at 1240 millimeters. Corrected myself that time. Second time lucky. So at 1240 millimeters, 48.8 inches. So 48.8 inches in height. Wheelbase, 24, 24, 2451, 2400, so 2451 millimeters. So 20, 2451 millimeters, around approximately 96.5 inches. Curb weight, dead on at approximately dead on approximately 1,000 kilos, which is 2,200 pounds, approximately dead on. As for suspension, the car had uh for the, both front and rear, it had independent suspension. At the front, however, it had the McPherson struts. At the rear was just double wishbone. Uh, as for the brakes, at the fronts were ventilated, the rears were solid. Fuel economy, not many people are interested in it. I'll admit I'm not interested, but I'm not interested. What the hell? I am just messing up the words. What in the world? I am interesting. It's just I'm not interested in the fuel economy. That's the problem. Like, not many people are interested in like fuel economies. They just like forget about that. But as this is important, that it should be talked about. Like, if you're like planning to get an MR2 or an MRS, then you should probably like think about the fuel economy just a little bit, because you wouldn't go too crazy. You wouldn't want to go too nuts with like driving it fast and all of a sudden you're low on gas or fuel, and you would have to refuel it, which was an absolute nightmare, because you're just gonna waste your time, like waste your life spending a bunch of money on fuel. Or very soon, like in like years time, the cars with like internal combustion engines, so internal combustion engines and fuel will be completely gone, and all that's left will just be this electric nonsense. And at some point, cars will also be running on hydrogen, so water. So it's gonna be, and also rumors like around the world, people are saying, like I heard once before, long ago, that hydrogen is actually going to be more both environmentally friendly and more efficient than electric, which I'm not sure how this is going to work, but BMW are planning to do something like this. I'm not too sure. That's I've heard about this long ago, so I'm not so sure about this, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so fuel economy for EPA estimated. So that's Environmental Protection Agency estimated fuel economy. That's around about 25 to 30 miles per gallon combined, depending on both the transmission and the driving condition. So it depends on what so it depends on what gearbox you got and what conditions you drive the car. Other features the car had, there's just a convertible soft top, an LSD differential available in some models, power windows, power locks, and other features which are optional are air conditioning and stereo system with a CD player. So air conditioning and stereo system with a CD player. So optional air conditioning and stereo system with CD player. Last part is trivia, and I'll end it there. The MR2s in so the MR2 was not in every appearance though in any of the movies. Well, it had its appearance in Too Fast and Furious. I'm not sure about Tokyo Drift though. I'm not sure if it had an appearance there. I mean, there are some Toyotas there which had an appearance, such as the AE86 that appearance in Tokyo Drift, Fast 4, another 88, another AE AE86, Fast 5, a Supra, Furious 6, oh Jesus! Did it even have a Toyota in them? I don't think it did. I don't think it had a Toyota in a appearance in Furious 6 2013. But I know in 2015's Furious 7 they had an appearance. Brian's Supra, which was Paul's personal Supra. That had an appearance in Furious 7. Fast 8. Um, Not sure about that, but they had a Lexus LFA featured in that. If you see on the rack with like the cars on the top, you see there's a red LFA, uh, right where the ripsaw was. If you don't know what the ripsaw is, that's the tank that Tejo's going near with the M153 Crow's remotely operated weapon station with a 6.6 liter V8 Duramax diesel engine with 750 horsepower, which is crazy. And the armies developed machines like this so soldiers can drive from a mile away, so they stay both safe and alive. I know this. I've seen the franchise a bunch of times, but soon we're getting close to the end of the franchise because Fast 11 will be happening very soon, which will be released around next year, something like that. 2026 should be released at that time, and it'll be, thankfully, the final film. And there might be a possibility that Need for Speed 2 would be in the mix as well. Cause I've seen teaser trailers of this that Toby Marshall would be so that he's featured, but Dominic Toretto might be featured in this one. Like, I don't know how that's gonna happen or if it's gonna happen, but we'll see how it goes. And if if it is gonna happen, pretty much every character should return, including Harrison Gilbertson's character Pete Coleman. You know, the kid who was in the White Agara R during the Koenigsegg race where he got killed by Dino. But it's unlikely that he might return. But I mean, I wish. But again, it's unlikely for some characters to return. It's unlikely for him to return, but one way to find out. One way to find out. But I highly doubt Need for Speed 2 might be even made. I know they said they're planning to do it, but I'm not so sure about this. I'm not too sure. I'm not so sure about if it's gonna happen or not, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Anyways, so features are convertible soft top, LSD differential available in some models, power windows, power locks, optional AC and stereo system with a CD player. And trivia: the MR2 Spyder is not in every appearance of any of in any of the movies. All right. So yeah, sorry if I screwed it up. I just haven't been doing Fast and Furious vehicles for such a while now. All right. So that's gonna be it. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. All right. So that'll be it. I'll see you guys later in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.